Hey.
Why do you look so
How's it
good in
going?
quarantine? Fuck you, Fizza.
Oh, thank you.
You're like,
Thank
I
you.
woke up like this.
Those who are just joining in, we just started. This is the Facial Recognition Comedy Podcast. I'm
Hey,
Fizza.
I'm Pallavi.
You look good too. What are you talking about? Your skin got that glow.
I'm dewy. It's because I've been.
It's good for us not to wear all this damn makeup, honestly.
I have worn makeup to like film a couple things, but I did not like it. I've worn a bra twice since quarantine. Don't tell my students. But whatever.
You're even counting. You don't have to count when it's only two.
I know. Itty bitty titty titty.
I'm not wearing real pants.
You never wear real pants.
No, but like if I were a man, these boxers would be considered just underwear. So
for sure.
My students.
How's quarantine over there? Have you killed your roommates yet, or y'all are good?
No, we're good. I mean, it's we're all good because I think it's very symbiotic. We work well together. You know, everyone sort of appreciates personal space, which is super important.
That's
and everyone's pretty, and we're all good friends too, so that helps. Like know each other really well, so it's like there's a comfort there where, you know, like when someone's at your house and you're not like used to them. Mm-hmm. There, you might, you know, be a little less. I don't know. I think like on better behavior. I don't want to say that like I'm some kind of sloppish asshole when they leave, but I don't know. But
got it.
Yeah, and I mean it's good. I went for a walk for the first time in a long time since the mask order.
Oh yeah, what do you got for your mask? What are you wearing?
I have this little dust mask from like I think when I was painting. I got it from like Home Depot. So yeah. But yeah, I just found it in my closet. So,
oh, nice.
But I mean, I don't know. This thing, it's like we don't know how it's. I mean, we know how it's spreading, but we don't know like, you know, enough. So I just try to cover every part of my body when I go outside.
Oh yeah, I think I'm cautious, but I'm not doing the like changing. Some people are like changing and showering when they get home. Some people are doing stuff like that. I am wearing a mask. I have a desk mask and a bandana, and I'm trying to wash them regularly. But sometimes they just slip off, which is very ironic given how large my nose is. But I have to go out to walk this dog that I'm watching, my neighbor's dog. Like 3 times a day, and then I used to go running, but I don't know how I'm gonna run with the mask on. It feels awful. Like it really restricts your breathing, ironically, you know. But
I know it's just like when you go outside, you want to breathe the air. Like that's half the reason for going outside. So it is pretty depressing.
And it's so like crisp after the rain. It's been raining, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I use like a Clorox wipe to open the doors and stuff on my way out, and then I just use my keys on the way back in. But yeah, I don't know.
I've been wearing a glove on my left hand, and then my right hand's for my phone, for my zipper, my pockets.
Yeah. I am the worst. Like I went grocery shopping with my roommates. Like one of my roommates drove us 2 days ago, basically for the rest of the month. And we just like, we got in the car and I like used hand sanitizer, and then subconsciously I just like started touching my face like a lot. And I was just like, what am I doing? Like I'm so used to touching my face all the time. That's like the worst thing. Touching my face and then forgetting to not touch the like handrails or something, you know. I'm just like,
Yeah. One of my responses to stress is to rub my eyes. So like this whole like this thing has just I don't even normally touch my skin. I've trained myself not to, just because like skin shit, but I've been getting I think it's starting to hit home more because you're hearing about more people our age, younger, dying from this thing, and then it feels like I have my family going off to war.
Yeah.
Because all of them are healthcare providers, so some of their colleagues have been getting sick and some have died. So
Their colleagues have died?
yeah, apparently that neurologist, the famous neurologist who died in New York, who used to do surgery to separate brains in Siamese twins, the brain of Siamese twins, he was, I think, in her department. She's is neurology and he's neurosurgery.
In your sister's department?
Yeah, in her hospital in the
Dang, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, it's really sad. I mean, that's where I was concerned because it's just like anyone who's 60 plus, which includes like my parents, it's almost that's the 20% that's dying for the most part. So
I mean, there are other healthy people. Can we make the rest of this episode not about this? I know I feel like it's everything everyone's talking about, and I just want to talk about stupid shit again for a second.
Yeah, I mean, I love stupid shit.
Right?
I love to talk about stupid shit.
You want to talk about something really dumb? Bhad Bhabie, the rapper. Did you see that? The rapper from Catch Me Outside. She's a blackfish, which means she's like changing her skin to be darker, and she's like basically pretending to be like black in her appearance, basically. So she posted this Instagram story where she did not look like, it's Kim Kardashianing, you know?
Yeah, Kim Kardashian or Kylie Jenner. Yeah, Ariana. Although, like, I thought Ariana was Latin, but I guess she's Italian. I don't know.
Yeah, she's Italian, and there's that picture of her like when she was younger, and it was like mostly like she looked white, and then it's a darker picture of her, and it's like what happens when you mix the Nesquik, because she had like black hair in the first one. But so it's like this idea of people like profiting from the appearance of looking like black or mixed or whatever. But did we expect anything different from Bhad Bhabie, the most self-aware person? You know? She's also.
How are people so surprised? And also, it's like, how is she just now doing this? Like, she's not on schedule. Like,
she's she's 17, dude. She's like.
Yeah, she had to wait till it was legal.
Ahead of her like timeline. She got famous at 13. Like, she had to wait for all of her racism to catch up. But she is a kid. I don't know. So I feel like maybe in 10 years she'll be normal, or I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think like fame in an early age has really helped many people, and she seemed like she wasn't really stable to begin with. No judgment, but also it's just like I don't know. Bhad Bhabie. She got famous 13 and we did that shit.
Dr. Phil.
What's her like relationship with her mom now? Because I think that was just so horrifying. Because that's my worst nightmare, to have a kid. Like, what if that was your daughter? I don't want to deal with that shit. Catch Me Outside. Like, she was
Catch Me Outside. Yeah.
So fucking disrespectful.
Let's see what's happening with her.
Yeah, dude.
I think.
And she was trying to fight like
I googled Bhad Bhabie mom, and it said the first. What?
Go ahead.
So I googled Bhad Bhabie mom, and it said people also ask, what did Bhad Bhabie get her mom for Christmas? And 2, what ethnicity is Bhad Bhabie? This bitch is ambiguous on purpose.
What's her real name?
Her name is something Brigoli. What is her name?
She's probably Italian.
Danielle Peskowitz Brigoli. Yeah, it sounds Italian.
Yeah.
And then there's the argument that people think Italian isn't white, which is also a very funny trope.
the brownest of the white people.
Her father is Jewish and her mother is of Italian descent.
Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of people are upset. I'm not a black woman, so it's like I don't want to speak on behalf of anyone or
just do it.
Like, just do it. Just
go crazy. Just speak on behalf of black women. Come on. Go wild. End of the world.
But yeah, I mean, it is. I imagine it's painful to fucking be marginalized and then see a less marginalized group profit off of you and your swag and your style and everything that you've sort of built because of your experience. So I can see how that's pretty infuriating.
Yep, I can see that. Definitely like the profiting part. What?
But there's also like, the melding of cultures. Like it seems sort of like Bhad Bhabie was, well, still, yeah, I guess it's like she's changing her look because, like sometimes I remember I don't know if you remember, but like I took some photos where I had my hair in like a braid.
Yeah.
And I think someone mentioned something about how that can be seen as appropriation. And like, I get their point. And I'll counter by saying that, our hair is actually what a lot of people use for weave. So I don't know. I get the point though, but like also I grew up in Florida. So like it's, I was raised around a certain culture and I also, was not raised around a lot of Indian people. So the communities that embraced me more were people of color.
Where was it mostly black people?
Well, that was the biggest minority in Fort Myers. Like we had an India association, but like you only went to school with like, a couple of those kids and they weren't necessarily even in the same grade. So there wasn't really a community. And then I don't know, like you grew up around a lot of white people in Utah. Like, did you ever feel, I mean, I'm sure you felt like, other off.
I appropriated the shit out of their culture. I eat a lot of ranch. I listened to some Taylor Swift. What else do I do? They tried to convert me. They didn't get me on that one. They didn't.
They didn't get you, no proposals?
No, I have crushes on problematic white men sometimes. Ooh, they got me there. I'm hella appropriating white culture.
Dude, you can't help but appropriate. Well, it's like, are we profiting off of it? We don't have any other choice but to like appropriate this culture. And then to like even move ahead.
That's not even the right term. That's what they would call assimilation. They want you to fall in line. That's the difference.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I think like you have a joke about, having a period of time where you wanted to be white. And I think like a lot of us have experienced that.
Because we just feel so different. It's like if people could just be people and be our weird selves in whatever collection of things we liked and did, I think all of these lines would be less strict. But I think it's the diminishing a group and profiting off of what they've created at the same time that's the problem. But people don't embrace each other like they should.
Were you ever profiting off of problematic white boys?
I feel like you're a little frozen. Or maybe you're just... Sorry, say that again?
Were you ever profiting off of problematic white boys?
Was I profiting off problematic white boys? I feel like in the end, they cost me more emotionally. Like in the end. Because it is...
those relationships feeling colonized,
It is a lot of like emotional labor and time to educate them. right? Like it's the same thing with like online comments or whatever. People will just be like, yeah, well, what about this? And it's like, I've already done the mental work and shit to get myself educated enough, and I can only do it for so many other people. Like literally Google it. Like what you were typing in a reply on my Twitter, fucking put that into Google. You're on the wrong webpage, bitch. Like do the work yourself.
And you can't be Captain Save-A-Ho for everybody.
That's Teresa Lee has a really funny joke. She's a really funny comedian. She has a joke about how she dated this white guy, I think, and he wanted to like watch, he was trying to like get woke, so he's trying to like watch Dear White People and like something else, and she was like, that's your homework, I've already done mine. Like, so it's just, I don't know, it's funny because it's like a lot of like having to repeat yourself. I was trying to talk to my friends about playing devil's advocate. I have the same problem with this. I feel like it's the stereotype of like white dudes who are like, yeah, well, what if actually this thing? And it's like, we've already thought about that thing. We think about that thing every fucking day. It's already fit into the puzzle of our mind. If you can't like understand why you think you're smarter, but you're not making a more brilliant point, just like fuck off. Cause I'm tired of talking about this. It's like guys that rile you up just to get you riled up. And it's like, we're already experiencing trauma. We're already experiencing pain like that all the time. Like, why the fuck are we doing this as a role play for you? Like, it's not fun for us. And we are beyond that thought process. Yeah, it's also, I just see it all the time with like, especially with like straight white dudes who want to like argue a counterpoint just for fun. And it's like, I've already thought past that, and you're fixating on this because you think you're making some smart tangential remark or whatever. But it's not clever. Like I'm past this. Like we've already, I don't want to play the other side because it's not constructive or productive to the conversation, you know?
So is there something specific you're referring to, or is this just them playing devil's advocate for the sake of it?
Well, there was this one guy I remember, I forget exactly what the topic was, but it was something about like sex, regarding sexism and misogyny. And he was Asian, but he was a straight dude. And at the end of the conversation, like I was so like triggered by what he was saying. I was like getting like heated in my conversation. And he was like, yeah, I mean, like, I actually agree with you, but it's cool to see that you get passionate about stuff. And it's like, yeah, of course I get fucking passionate about something that affects my people and like oppresses us. Like, yeah, I'm going to get passionate, and it's fun to see that you just ruined this birthday party I was hanging out at for your own entertainment. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like those cops. Yeah, it's like those cops that like pull over black people, and they're like, do you know why I pulled you over? And the black people are terrified to give you ice cream. You're like manipulating people's emotions for no reason. I'm just over that. Just like, I'm tired.
Yeah, I mean, he was fucking with you.
Yeah. And it's so like,
it's sort of like not taking into account like the pain that you're causing.
Yeah. Or just knowing that you're wasting my time.
Historically, like their thing, right? You know, like not taking into, you know, not have a lot of empathy for other, and I'm going to say in quotes, people.
Yeah. What they might consider people, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I'm just tired of it. And if even when it happens in regular conversation without regard to like race or, you know, like any of these demographics, when it's just like dudes trying to prove like this counterpoint or like deeply question something, and it's like no, this is obvious, this is proved by this field of thought or whatever, like we do not need to dive into this right now, it's beyond the scope of this conversation. I'm just like, I'm out. Like, I don't want to humor you. Get attention from fucking online dating or some shit. Like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm tired. Yeah.
I mean, if I feel like an interaction is going to be depleting, I'm going to tap out. I'm like, just not going to engage.
Tap out. We should start saying that. We should just, when that happens, just directly at their face, tap out and then walk away. Like, it's just so arrogant. It's just so arrogant to me, because I'm like, why do you think like this conversation is worth my time? Do you think my time is not that valuable? Like,
it's bad boundaries also, but you know, again, as a people, they're used to sort of having bad boundaries. Like, that's not yours. Don't take it, you know?
Dude, I also like, I keep getting a FaceTime from this guy, and he and are not FaceTime friends, so I just keep ignoring it. And I told my friend, I was like, this is like, I tweeted this too. I was like, this is the touching my lower back of interactions online.
Yeah.
Cause it's like, I don't know you that well. We're not that intimate. Like, I am not going to answer this FaceTime, dude. If it's urgent, fucking text me about it. Like,
yeah. I mean, yeah. Did he like FaceTime you a bunch?
not a ton, but it's like, I haven't talked to him in maybe like 6 months or something. And then he's FaceTimed me twice since quarantine. And I'm just like,
Ooh.
no. Not gonna do this.
That's very intimate. Like when someone FaceTimes
yeah,
you.
especially after not talking in like 6 months and our interactions not ending well. You know, he's not like a love interest at all. He was like someone I collaborated with, and I didn't like collaborating with him. So
I mean, is he? I mean, if he's FaceTiming you, he might have an interest in you, even if it's not reciprocal.
That's the problem. Fucking read the room or the decline message.
It's not hard to read a room. It's not that hard to read a room when there's one fucking person in it. Okay,
Truly.
like, are you frowning? Is she grunting and groaning? Is she holding a weapon?
Is she answering the FaceTime? No, move on. Have you gotten weird FaceTimes? No, I'm not answering it. Have you gotten weird FaceTimes?
I get weird FaceTimes. Like even before this, I get like people would call me on Facebook that I didn't even know. You know, it's like,
this has nothing to do with quarantine. People are just doing this to you. The frequency has not increased. It's just always been bad.
That's why I've sort of gotten really good at not engaging with people, because it's just like, who has the energy for this shit? Like, who really, like, I'm going to talk to some fucking stranger I met once in high school through like Facebook video or whatever, video chat. Like, how do you, and it comes up on your phone as like a call.
I know.
Like a call.
And it can't, like, you can't dismiss it properly sometimes. Like with my iPhone call, sometimes I don't have the option to decline. And I'm like, what is this? What if I'm doing something else on my phone? I want to decline and go back to it.
That's a nightmare. I've never seen that. You can't decline.
You can only, like, for one of them, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's like the method in which people call, but you can only like slide or just like let it ring until it stops ringing. I don't have like, sometimes I don't have the like X out option.
With all of the like,
it's wild.
The marketing calls we get now. I feel like if I couldn't do that, I'd get like I'd have to sit through 10 calls of just like waiting.
A lot of the telemarketing calls, because I signed up for healthcare in January and I was getting a lot of calls from that, but like a lot of those dropped off in quarantine. I think a lot of people are like, what am I doing with my life? I don't want to call these people.
Oh my God. Good for them. Yeah, I feel like this is sort of giving an opportunity for people to reevaluate stuff, because it's like, what the fuck else are we going to do? You know?
Yeah.
How many activities are we gonna do, you know, in quarantine?
Have you already learned the flute, or have you figured that out yet?
I actually taught myself the cello. Yes, I ordered a cello off of Amazon, and I went.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm absolutely kidding.
I would have loved that. That would have been amazing. My friends are teaching themselves knitting, and I'm like, okay, like whatever. Do whatever you want.
Knitting's super meditative. I feel like one of my roommates knits a lot, and I always see it and I'm like, oh, I feel like I'd enjoy doing it, because it's like you don't even think about it. You just sort of like have this repetitive motion. It is sort of meditative. But
and I saw this like this TikTok, you know how like some TikToks or videos or whatever, they do like beauty influencers, and they'll like use a brush and they'll be like without makeup, and so then they use the brush to like cover up the camera, and then when they pull the brush back, they're like full makeup and outfits and everything, and then they throw the brush to the side, and the next influencer catches. I saw that with a group of Black women who crochet, and the shit they made was fucking fire, dude. Like I would wear those clothes. It was because I usually like like comfy things, and I don't really look at like wool or like knit things as soft for me or whatever. Like I often get like scratchy ones, probably because it's just the cheaper ones or whatever. But they had like these gorgeous like bikini tops, or like, you know, just like fray, like the way they made stuff, like it didn't even look like crochet half the time. But it was, all of it was beautiful. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, the artists are jumping out during quarantine, dude.
You just like, your house turns into your studio, and then you just like, I haven't even gotten into crafts, and I'm a big arts and crafts person. I was thinking about like, would it be weird to like, this is embarrassing, but would it be weird to like paint like a snatch? Not like the physical vagina, but like a picture, like a drawing of a vagina.
Why would that be weird?
I don't know.
Hey, you also painted that in the back of your thing, right?
Yeah, I did that. It's inspired by rock.
I painted these.
Oh, tight.
Don't look at that one. That one's bad. But these two are okay, I guess.
But yeah, I like the one at the top. I want to get a closer look at that one.
It's a face. It's like part of I can't do this. It's part of a 3-part. Which way am I going? That way. It's a lady.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if you can see it.
It's cool.
But it's, yeah, so, I used to paint more, but now I'm lazy.
I don't know. I just like really want to to sketch my. I guess the reason I'm saying is it weird is because I want to sketch my own, but I don't really want to show it to everyone. But I just want to, like, you know, like maybe put it up in my bathroom or something.
You know what you should do? You should do a mosaic of like 12 of them, and one of them's your own, and then they have like people won't know.
Oh my God. So I have to like solicit like vag photos from friends. Or just, I can go online.
Yeah, literally porn, Fizza. Like, you don't have to slide into your friends' DMs demanding pussy pics. Like, what are you, every man? Like, what?
You know what's crazy is like there are gonna be dudes I know who are gonna be able to look at that and be like, I know that one. And just for like deducing, they're going to be like, this is you.
Yeah, then you maybe have to make a couple up so that no one knows.
I need to, I guess I have to do more research.
Yeah, you're going to have to watch a lot of porn vids.
I
for art.
Porn for a while.
Oh yeah, you told me that.
Yeah, because it's sort of like, it was getting to a point where, I don't know, it's just, if I do it compulsively, like if I do it to like, I have to look at my intention. If I do it to feel better, then I'm not doing it for the right reasons, and I can sort of, am more likely to get hooked on using it as like a way to feel better. Or like, you know. But
that's why I have sex or masturbate, is to feel fun. Like, what's the other reason?
Well, I guess what happens is I experience a withdrawal. So the rate I need to get the hit, so to speak, increases with use, like with the drug. So like it was getting to a point where I couldn't even fall asleep at night because I was just like horny, and I was like physically uncomfortable. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna, still watching porn for a while, and it helped.
Dang, I feel like now I know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to talk more about it, I'm happy to. I've had like a lot of experience recovery.
I just mean I'm horny as hell. Like when you were describing that, I'm like, yeah, that's normal, right? Just feeling horny as hell.
Yeah, it's just like, I guess it's when there's like a physical fucking discomfort where I'm just like I can't even lie down. Like I'm like, I just need to. And also, what doesn't help is physical activity is really important for my mental health. So not being able to leave the house, not being able to move is probably what's making me even hornier.
I have a lot of friends that are doing like IG exercises, like exercise classes, like yoga, dance hall, like other things too. So maybe some of those would help because those are inside.
Yes, that could be good. What kind of dance class would you take?
My friend teaches Jamaican dance hall, and she used to choreograph this at the dance group that we were in together at Carnegie Mellon. So that's the one that I.
Christ, I feel like at this age, I'm gonna throw out my back if I try. Can you hear me? I think it the internet connection got a little
yeah.
wonky.
You said you're gonna throw out your back at this age, but bitch, I see your twerking videos, honey.
Well, it's like I don't have a big ass, so it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of momentum to get that shit clapping. So, I gotta do that shit now and record that shit because I don't know how many more years I have of this. Like last time I tried to dirty wine, like I think I almost died. I think people have actually died doing that.
Dude,
so,
that
like,
shit is like, it's a competition, dude. Like they have these competitions in Jamaica and like all these other places in like New Orleans. It's like originated like the bounce and all that shit. Like they go hard. It's like, it's skill for sure.
yeah, it's just, not everyone can move their body that way naturally or
Yeah.
even unnaturally,
Yeah.
Someone would have to go to a doctor, and we don't want to overwhelm the healthcare system right now. So that is why I will not be taking the Jamaican dance hall class. Or you know what, maybe I'll take it and just avoid that one move, because that is I swear to God, because when I was in Miami, like, I knew a lot of people in the Caribbean, and there would be stories of like people who just fucking snapped their neck doing this move.
Oh shit.
Like people died. I swear, like I don't think these were urban legends or like
Yeah.
Caribbean. Like I think people fucking. So I don't know. My body is changing.
Changing.
I sound like I'm going through menopause. I'm not that fucking old.
You sound like you're like in a health class video about puberty. My body's changing, and that's okay.
I started crying, dude, when I got my period. Not because I got my period, but because the pad was so fucking uncomfortable. I was like, this feels like a fucking diaper. Like I can't do this month an indefinite amount of time.
Oh, I was gonna say, I think it's gonna be interesting when we come out of here, and like, I don't know if they'll let us see them, but there are a lot of people who are probably not getting their like Botox injections and like all this other stuff that they would normally get. So it like, I'm wondering what people are gonna look like. I'm getting like a nice little mullet that I have to fucking handle at some point, because I think my long hair is coming back. It's already like growing out. It's getting unruly, but we'll see.
I mean, it's gonna take a while before it even gets to a point of being long,
Yeah, it might like month 2 or 3. It grows pretty fast though. So I'm like a little concerned, but we'll see. Whatever. I just want to get this shit. I need to figure out how to do this. But yeah, I'm curious about people with like lip injections, Botox, like fucking all the other, I don't know what people do, but like what, whatever people do, plastic surgery things.
Thank God for filters, man. Otherwise they wouldn't be able to make any quarantine content. Filter, makeup and shit, because it's like you're going online, like even for me, like I'm not wearing makeup except for like I was fucking with my face. Sometimes I give myself a facial, and like I had a little blemish here, and I was like, I'll put a little concealer on that. And even that's
I'm not
like
wearing makeup.
Yeah, your skin looks great. I mean, we're not like out in like polluted air all day anymore.
I also think it's like I'm doing this thing where I'm trying to like train people to see my face for what it really is. Like I'm trying to wear makeup less sometimes so that I just feel more comfortable being myself. So it's like, people aren't like, damn, like when I post something without makeup.
Yeah, and that is smart, because there's one girl back in college, like beautiful. Like this girl was like an 11 out of 10, like just hot. Like she wasn't a dime, she was a silver dollar type of hot. And she came and she'd always wear makeup. She was always done up, because to be a 10 or 11, it's usually when you're done up, right?
Yeah.
So one day she was having a bad day. She came to school with no makeup on, and it looked like she'd been hit by a train. And the crazy thing is she never wore makeup. I'd have probably thought she looked pretty fucking good, but she looked like fucked up.
I don't know. I think we have to like meet our expectations. Like makeup is like art, it's makeup artists for a reason. So it's like, it's just people's bodies, and it's what they look like that, so we're all gonna like all these makeup artists. I really like that they do like these before and afters and show what their faces really look like, because it really does show how much makeup can change your face.
Yeah,
it's wild.
I'm not a big fan of wearing it. Yeah, so it's just like, and that's mostly, I don't know, I'm not gonna say it's laziness, but it's just like I hate the way it feels to have some shit on your skin. I don't know, it just feels gnarly to me.
It also depends on the type of makeup. Like, I felt really awful for a long time. Like, I don't particularly like makeup on my face, but for a long time, I really hated the feel of like foundation and stuff on my face. And then once Fenty came out with stuff, I was like, oh my God, finally something that's like lightweight and made for my skin type and like actually looks good. And so all these other like drugstore brands just didn't feel good because they were bad. They were like not good quality. But
but yeah, you were saying like the women who aren't getting their Botox, like they better learn some face yoga.
face yoga.
Yeah, you better do something, like build those muscles, because it's just, I'm actually gonna look into that, because it's just like, I don't want to, I don't know, like, it's a slippery slope. And in Hollywood, you can really like look in the mirror and not see what's actually there.
Yeah. That's why I'm trying to like
dysmorphia.
I'm trying to like focus on getting rewarded for like personality things online, because it's also shallow because I just want online validation of something of mine, but I'm trying to like gear it more towards like jokes or stand-up bits or, you know, something rather than like what I look like. But every once in a while I will post a thirst trap because I feel like it.
Yeah, man. And it's just, that's your right. Fucking trap
these goddamn right.
Trap these thirsty ass hoes.
Has anyone you know as a friend like slid into your DMs and been like, I just want to say I have feelings for you since this has started?
No.
Really? I've had one person say they had a crush on me, and then another person was like, I probably shouldn't be sliding into your DMs, and then I just like left him on red because I was like, what are you doing, dude? Like, you wouldn't do this otherwise.
Yeah, thankfully no friends have made anything awkward across that boundary. I mean, like, so these were people in your life who like just
not consistently in my life, but people that I see around sometimes, or like a friend who lives in a different city that I know through comedy. But it was like obvious that friend had a crush on me because they would like just respond to a lot of things or like say really nice things or whatever. And I always like kept the boundary up because I was like, I kind of feel like this person might have feelings. And then they were like, I just need to let you know I have a crush on you. I think if it wasn't like quarantine, like they wouldn't have said anything for a while. But
so I think a lot of people are like, oh, we might die. I gotta
shoot my shot. Yeah. Which is fair.
Yeah, I mean, good on him for, I mean, that's courageous. Did you shut him down lightly, gently?
I told them that I like was flattered and happy to be friends, and they were cool with that, so it was fine. The other one who was like, I shouldn't be DMing you, I just left on red because I'm like, what are you doing? Like, like I don't know what response you want from me.
Oh my God. Yeah, I that is a situation I try to avoid. But so yeah. I hate, like, especially someone I know, I hate like shutting them down. And that's like a boundaries issue with me and like maybe a people pleasing thing, but like I absolutely, like, that's the most fucking uncomfortable thing for me. Not the most, but like it's very uncomfortable.
What about like, so have you never had a situation where like someone that you liked was your friend and you like kept wanting them to, you know, test that boundary? Because it's just like, it really, like, the only reason it makes you uncomfortable is because you don't like them back, right?
Yeah, it's exactly. I mean, I've definitely been in relationships. A lot of my relationships started out as friendships, or, you know, at least a fair amount. So that's happened. And like one of my longest relationship, actually, like I had a crush on him and I was his friend, but like I was hoping like he'd make a move. So that was, but it was mutual. That's like, if it's not mutual, like if I'm not interested, if one party's not interested, it's going to be very uncomfortable because you're not going to give the other party good news. Like, I'm not interested is going to be crushing news or unpleasant news for whoever's receiving it.
Read the room of one person.
Like sometimes, you know what? Sometimes it's hard to read other people. Like we're all raised so differently. So it's just something like, it's just, you know, something that might seem obvious to like someone might just be just something that's not even occurred to another person. So I don't know.
For sure.
Communication. I was just going to say communication's one of the biggest issues in relationships.
Yeah, any type of relationship. But that's why like people have to shoot their shot. That's why they're all like, I'm going to try it. Because like they don't know, you know, unless you do it, you don't know for sure.
Hey, good for them. I can only respect it, you know, like it's annoying to, you know, I would prefer someone that I'm interested in shoot their shot, but like, you know, I can't like live your life. Take some risks, you know?
Yeah, I definitely am. I'm a huge chicken when it comes to like shooting my shot, and I like get very like weirdly professional and like I'm like, I can't do this, like blah blah blah. Like I get like I just can't just be like, hey, I like you, unless I'm like wasted or something, and that's not healthy.
No, I know. I'm much more likely to shoot my shot, like 100 times more likely to shoot my shot if I've been drinking or I'm a little.
Yep, samesies. And I haven't been drinking since my birthday, which was like the last time I went out before quarantine. Was like my birthday is on March 4th, but our joint party was on the 6th, and that was the last time I went out, and I was like insane. Like it was fully inappropriate. But I haven't been drinking since then, so it's not like I'm just like at home like sober. I'm not gonna be like, it's 10 a.m. on a Tuesday, let me try with this guy. Like I'm not gonna.
Well, it's also it's just like, why get all like riled up and like if you can't physically meet anyone?
I mean, it would be a good opportunity to get to know someone, like their personality and stuff, but it's like, we don't know how long this is gonna last. I don't have anyone like ready to like see me after this. Like I'm not like I'm like single, you know, so it's like I don't have someone I've been like really talking to a lot or anything. It's like, I don't
know. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just I was gonna say I don't really have like a yearning for anyone. I am quarantining without a partner, but like, yeah, I mean, I have moments, but also it's just like, you know, I was talking to my therapist. I still do therapy over like FaceTime.
Nice.
Which I'm really happy I do. But I was just like, I was talking about one guy and he's like, would you want to be in quarantine with that person? And like, I didn't even hesitate. I was like, no.
Yeah. There's no one I would want to be romantically in quarantine with right now.
That's a lot. I don't want to even live with a guy, like, you know, or anyone I'm dating. That's too much. That's so much. So idea of like forced quarantine. Like, I wonder how many people are like really white knuckling through this experience.
Yeah. They said
like gonna fucking break up right before quarantine. Like, what are they doing?
They said that the divorce rate in like parts of China rose during quarantine or something. And I was like, not surprised.
People need space, or you know, I do at least.
And I also think like this whole thing has like, I know we're not talking about it, but I guess we are. This whole thing is kind of like highlighted to me, like people's like priorities and values and stuff. Just because like all the people who are like willing to break it or like don't believe in it or like are Corona doubters, like there are people that I like was friends with and like respected and would never think that they would have those opinions that had those opinions. And now I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like I would not want to be friends with this person after this or what, you know, just because I'm just like, this person's crazy. But
what was the basis of that belief?
I don't know. It was I saw.
Are these people in the scientific community?
No, of course not. Like it's some comedians and, you know, some other people. Well, one person was in the scientific community, but in a different field. And she was like, oh, it's similar to the flu. And I was like, no, it's not at all. Not even in structure of the virus, not even in like the spread or, you know, it's like, it's very different than the flu. And she was just like, oh, you know, people die from the flu and it's like, it's just like another flu. And I was like, no, like, what are you, that's crazy. And so like, I was able to kind of like win her over. Like the people that like have an open mind and are like able to be convinced of fact, like I don't hold it against them for not having the information, but it was like, it's people that are just like, yeah, well, like this is a conspiracy or like don't care. They're like, well, the government didn't, you know, before the government said like only 2 people out at a time or whatever, they were they were like, well, they didn't tell me not to stay home, so I'm not going to stay home. Like, it's just people who, you know, don't take social responsibility seriously, where I'm just like, yo, this has really shown me a side of you that it's ugly. And so I'm sure like a lot of people in relationships are seeing the real sides of their partners right now.
Yeah. You know, also, I think a lot of people who are downplaying this are people who are in denial. So it's not maybe, I think it's maybe sort of they're in denial themselves. Because I know a lot of people who are in the medical community that were downplaying corona initially too, because this is unprecedented. So a lot of people, like, it's really, everyone's sort of process and journey is different, but like, it is frustrating. Like, someone I'm close to is still downplaying it, and now it's hit home. So like, it's not a fucking, like, it's not abstract.
It is really,
like, I see people.
It is really funny to see the progression of tweets from people who are like there's like progression of tweets from like conservative like commentators or whatever, where they're like, it's crazy, everything's like, we must pray for everyone, and like it went from like, this is a fucking hoax to like, I feel so poorly for the family. And you know, yeah, now they have the information or whatever, but it's just like, the arrogance of people to not trust more of the experts or whatever is like hitting, it's like it's kind of like the global warming thing, but it's on a much smaller time scale, where they're able to see, and it's much more urgent, right? Like, it's in their faces, where they're able to see the time scale of them like shifting their opinion to like what experts were saying, you know? It's funny. Huh?
Who's the expert who initially recommended social distancing at the he's the national level, works under Trump? I think he was getting death threats because.
Are you talking about Dr. Fauci?
Yeah, Fauci. Wasn't he
Yeah.
getting death threats because people were upset? People who weren't taking it seriously were upset about losing work and.
Yeah,
and again,
I'm not surprised if he was. I don't know for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was. Like those things of him at the press conference behind Trump, just like being like, I can't believe I'm fucking here, are so funny. Like, he's like standing.
You don't have to understand the priorities. There has to, like, if you're not alive, if everyone's dead, you're not going to have a job anyway. So there's sort of like something I'm thinking in of like the magnitude of what's actually happening, which I think everyone realizes now, because all people talk about is fucking corona.
I mean, I don't think everyone realizes it still. I think there are still people who are being interviewed on the streets who like are like, God has me and stuff like that. And it's just like, okay, well, God will have you soon because you'll be dead. Like,
yeah. We are in these bubbles, like, you know, people in LA and in New York, we're in like these big cities where we're also like affected by it like earlier. But like, my sister was in the South, she was in Florida, and she said people are just in the grocery store. Not everyone was like, you know, there's an awareness. I think people are more careful, but not to the level of, you know, what's needed or what's recommended.
Right, because it's preventative. It's not like people are less likely to do preventative measures than they are to like handle the aftermath. Right.
And it's just there's such a big retirement community in Florida that you could just wipe out a population.
Jesus Christ, that is so sad. That is so sad.
Yeah.
Dang.
But that's if it spreads. But that's the thing, is it's, you know, a lot of people take coronavirus a little more lightly because they're like, oh, it's not a death sentence. But the thing is if you are over 60, it kind of is.
Not even if you're over 60. Like, that's what I'm saying. I think like the worst branding was calling this the boomer remover, because it like made people not care about it as much. And now it is killing healthy people and younger people and stuff. But dang, we were supposed to not talk about this, Fizza. We keep bringing. I guess it's always
gonna come up.
I know. I just want to.
You want an escape. What's your okay? So, do a lot of friends come to you for advice?
I think, yeah, sometimes. It depends. It depends on the group. But why?
I was going to say, like, I did this thing on Instagram where I was asking anyone if they needed some advice. Oh, and I gave them my perspective, but I think it might be funny to get, like, since this is, like, we're not the same person, it might be funny to get, like, your take on some of these questions, especially, like, some of these questions are, okay, so, like, someone said, like, how to be a good audience member. So, I mean, I just said like the comic audience relationship is symbiotic. It's an exchange of energy. You give the performer some energy, you'll get a much better show from them.
Yeah, and don't talk out of turn. And yeah, I would say like answer the questions they're asking and don't do too much. Don't be extra, but pay attention and have fun.
Have fun, yeah. Like, and that's like sort of that goes with another question, advice for a new comic. Like, I said something like, if you're not having fun on stage, the audience is probably not having fun watching you. Do you have any?
Yeah,
do you have
that's.
any-
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely the sets that I do best. The sets that I enjoy the most and perform the best during are ones where I'm like having fun and am in the moment. And definitely people can feel that for sure. So, yeah, I agree with you.
Tangible.
Maybe we are the same person.
Yeah, well, the other thing I was gonna add, like and a lot of people have sort of been reaching out for like that, and it's just like, I don't want to encourage someone to do comedy unless it's really their calling, because this is not easy fucking lifestyle. Like, you'll learn quickly.
I also want to encourage many comics to stay at home past quarantine, even if they say to get back on stage. Don't do it. You don't know if it's going to be safe. If you do get on stage, don't talk about Corona, because that's how you get it.
Oh my God.
It's going to be awful when we get back, Fizz. It's going to be so bad. Everyone's going to flood the stages. Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, also the beauty salons, like good luck getting a fucking Brazilian wax ever again.
Yeah, I was totally getting those regularly. I was being so groomed normally. Yeah, that's why I'm full bush. That's why, because I couldn't.
Are you full bush?
I trim. I take care. But
what length of the razor? Is it longer than your head hair?
Is it long? It's not longer than my hair, but I bet I could get it there. I bet I could do like the bald dude with the beard, like short on top and like hella long at bottom. I bet my whole body could look like a man with a beard. Like,
you could have like a Kid and Play hairstyle down there.
Yo, yeah.
Hot top, faded on the side. That would be kind of fly. That would be kind of cool. Oh, here's an interesting question. How to make a girl come, and then in parentheses, orgasm. And then he apologizes if it's an offensive question, which
oh my God, I came from just the apology. Congratulations. There you go.
I just said compliments.
Compliments? Oh God, just listen. Read the room. Read the room on, like, I literally think dudes would be so much like, though I feel like half of the men are trash comments is literally because they're so fucking egotistical and narcissistic that they don't just like pay attention to what's happening around them. That's the part that's the most frustrating. Is like, it is a learned skill to like try to become more self-aware and more aware of interpreting people's like body language and like how they feel and stuff, and dudes just don't want to do it. What?
They haven't had that pressure historically, so it's just like a very weak muscle for them, I would imagine.
It's also like something similar to like when we're walking outside or walking alone at night. Like when I was with my boyfriend, he like didn't hear people catcalling me, and he didn't like see people and I was like hyper aware of everything because I was fucking scared to be out, just a regular female experience of just being terrified to be outside. And he like didn't take in so many things. So they're just like not aware of their environments. They're not aware of feedback. Ask fucking questions, dude. Ask questions, communicate, be open to hearing feedback, because sometimes the reason women lie about their orgasms is because it is not fun for us to have the reactions that we often have for men.
I mean, you can say something that you don't even think of as like a fucking criticism, and then like you like strike a nerve, and then they blow up on you.
Yeah.
And it's just, I just asked if I could have some water, and then he's like, I was born in water. Like, it's just, get out of me. cut, and it's like, calm down. Like,
it's also like, yeah, I think that's associated with like clean slate, new partner, clean slate. We are not your old partner. Like, don't assume things from, I'm guilty of that too, is that like, I'll bring a lot of baggage from the past relationship to the next one, but you just got to get the fuck over it.
Relationship, it's almost like the next relationship, it's their job to to have to pay for like all the like the previous relationship. But
yeah, dude. But I feel like there's like a peak. There's like a peak where like afterwards, like you do all this work and then you become like more normal. And I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for like a mid-30s person because I feel like they've done a lot of work. Probably, I hope. So a lot of people haven't, but maybe there's someone post-divorce or whatever. I don't know.
Maybe. Have you been writing?
Oh, I can't. I was messaging people today. Like, I'm having a hard time. I'm not writing stand-up. Okay, so I'm trying to like volunteer with this engineering group to help with low-cost ventilators and to help with distributing a different type of face shield. So I've actually gotten overwhelmed with that work. And I think that work is more important than like putting out a Dirty Science episode. So I've been doing like TikTok stuff, but I haven't been putting a lot of pressure on myself to work on comedy because I just think that with my background, these urgent needs are more important for society right now. So fine, mom and dad, you were right. I should have just stuck with engineering. It's more important or whatever. But
I think what you're doing is very valuable and of service. And also, we're not supposed to talk about Corona.
I know. You're right. But yeah, so I haven't really like forced myself to write stand up, or like I was supposed to work on my pilot. I was supposed to do all these other things. I'm like slowly doing some things. Like I built up my TikTok and I feel okay about that. And then,
yeah, dude, you're like TikTok famous. I joined TikTok and then I was like, looking at everyone's profiles. You're TikTok famous.
I had like 300 followers like 2 weeks ago, and I just passed like 10K today, so it was cool.
What happened? Like, what was the shift?
Oh, something went viral. Like one of my posts just went viral, and then like other ones started going viral. It's just like, as soon as I started going viral, I was like, oh, this is fully luck. Like I was like, you have to have content, but like so many people have such great content and it doesn't go viral. And I was just like, okay, yeah, this means nothing to me now. Like I passed 10K and I was like, yeah, I continue to feel nothing inside. Anyway, it's back to work. Like and I wanted to get 10K on a social media platform for so long because like all my friends were going viral on Twitter or Instagram or like whatever. And I was like, come on, let's do this, like blah, blah. And then it happened and I was just like, why are all these strangers following? I don't want them to follow me. Like, I don't want, like, why are these strangers commenting positive? This is weird. And then like, I got used to that. And then it just kept happening. And I was just like, well, I guess I don't care. It means nothing. I mean, it means you like are somewhat consistent maybe, and you put out some content that hit with people. A lot of people's content that goes viral isn't necessarily very good. Like, and there's so much good content that doesn't go viral. So I just think it's a lot of luck. Like I'm putting it up to luck, but yeah. So I've done like a couple things, but I haven't written stand up, dude. Like, and I'm just not putting my pressure on myself to do it because I do feel overwhelmed with these other projects and like trying to tutor and like,
like, excuse me. It's not like we can go on stage and like run the joke, like the most you could do is maybe like run it to people over Zoom or something.
Yeah. And I've been doing more like sketch whenever I get booked on like stand-up shows. I've been doing more like sketch character type things, like, or bits or whatever that aren't like the same as stand-up because I don't view it as the same as stand-up. And I also don't want to like, all the things that I think about are the virus that shall not be named, and I don't want to do those jokes on as soon as I get out of here. Like everybody's gonna have those jokes, and I want to like live more life and then have other jokes,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think this is a good opportunity to just fucking live.
Yeah, although it is hard because I think there is this impending like stress over everybody. So I'm just giving myself permission to like do what I'm doing, and that's it, Yeah.
So I pulled up the questions again, and here is a very, very important one. My girlfriend says my penis is too big, but I always say she just has a small puss. what do I do? And then he did the tear emoji. So I think this is serious.
Oh yeah, okay. My for him is to stop making shit up, because it's very important that he be honest with himself and his imaginary girlfriend. So I think it's or maybe he should just get into writing novels. Because he's pretty good at writing fiction. Was this someone you knew that can you tell who the responders are?
I can if I go back into like the app, but when you repost it, you can't. So I don't remember who sent this, but my response was just use your tongue first.
Nice. That was, oh yeah, I think I saw that picture, right? Yeah. Use this first, and it was a picture of a tongue.
Yeah, Gene Simmons from Kiss. He has a long one. You have a long tongue.
Oh, do, hold on. Let me check. Okay.
I noticed I have a very short one. Mine. I can't even
comment on my the only reason I found out that I have a long tongue is because I'll do like little boomerangs on Instagram, and I'll be like, and people are like, what the fuck? And I'm like, what? Like,
notably, like, you don't expect it. Like, it's just like, woo, that's the tongue. Like, holy shit. Like, can it, like, pull out a ruler. Shit.
I used to be able to get to the bottom of pudding cups without using a spoon. So that was the most useful. But now it's used for other things. Not right now, but in general, In
general. Here is another one. Oh, this is interesting. How can I make my nerdy interests have a broader appeal while not losing what makes me distinct?
Yo, I struggle with this, and I say lean into it, because I really do think that there's so many people in this world that they're large groups of people that are very fascinated with like what a beetle's wing can be used to make, like, I don't know, like, it's just, I think that's the beauty of like nerddom. It just takes a long time for you to find your market, which is, there are ways to go about being smart about that. But I think the more authentic you are, and the more you lean into those weird things, the more people will appreciate you.
Yeah.
So why would you want to be like, just like have no personality so you could be on Love is Blind? Like, no, that's for for boring people.
Yeah.
Be weird.
I guess like when he's asking, or he or she or they are asking about like having a broader appeal, like I definitely agree. It's more interesting to be authentic in yourself, but like maybe delivery, like in terms of connecting or like finding common ground or something where, that they're more, it relaxes whoever's watching it. I want to say the audience, but I don't know if he's like a comic or like a YouTuber or something. I don't know.
Or it's just even like logistics of reaching people, like in the very business sense, like the way we're all trying to go viral. We're all trying to find our like brand so that people who like are our market can like latch on to us. Like there's so many different ways you can connect online. They're huge hordes of incels that have found each other. Like the rest of us can find each other. Okay. If we have like positive stuff to spread, the rest of us can find each other. We just have to figure out, like, if your YouTube game, your Instagram game, your Twitter game, like whatever, just keep leaning into that weird thing. Cause if you're not original, then like people aren't as excited even,
Yeah. I mean, like as a comic, like, and this is going back to the advice for a new comic, but like the most, I think, valuable asset any artist has is their point, like perspective and their point of view, because no one else can be someone else entirely. Like, so get to know yourself, I guess.
There are times where I'll like not have a great set and I'll get off stage and I'll watch like another comic fucking murder. And in my head, I'm like, what is it that they're doing? Like, I definitely felt like a weirdo up there. Like, I felt like the audience maybe didn't fully accept me for all my like weird things. But after those shows, I end up having like the most individuals coming up to me being like, can I follow you? Like, you're like so awesome. Like, thank you for talking about this. So it's like, I may not kill the hardest, but I am memorable to the crowd, So it's like, there's trade-offs. Like, you can be appealing to everyone, but not memorable, or you can be a little bit more niche and like people will
I mean, that's the thing, is it's just like you're the only one who can really do what you do. No one else can do that. So it's just, how a room receives it is how a room receives it. And of course, you, as a comic, as a professional comic, you're going to play off the energy, but what you're bringing to the table is you. Let's see if it didn't freeze. Keeping your titties up, perky, and off the floor. Any advice?
Don't sleep face down.
Really?
No, I don't know. I'm kidding, because then your titties are touching the ground. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know. I haven't been wearing a bra. Are we supposed to wear a bra? Are we not supposed to wear a bra? Which one's the what's the update here? What do we got?
I don't wear one at home. I never wear one at home. And I think I met a very thin woman who had very, very saggy breasts. I was pretty shocked. And I think I read up on it, it's hereditary. If we sag, when we sag, how we sag, it's sort of look at your mom. That'll tell you more than anything. But I think there's
you're trying to get pussy. You're trying to get pussy pics from your friends and tit pics from your mom. What is going on, Pizza? You turned into a sexual deviant.
I wasn't breastfed. I'm obsessed with breasts because I have no idea. I didn't get to have that connection with them like most kids or a lot of kids have. I remember being on an airplane at 4 and a lady was sitting next to me. And I remember grabbing her boobs, which is a violation, but I was a kid, I didn't know any better. And I remember asking her, I was squeezing them, what are these? I didn't know they were for milk. I thought milk came out of a bottle.
Wow.
Out of a boob, yeah.
What did your mom do when you did that?
I was so young. I think she was telling me stop. And then the lady was actually, she handled it very well. I think she actually was talking to me.
Oh, that's nice.
She didn't scold me because I was a kid. And I really was curious. I wasn't I probably knew to a degree it's inappropriate, but at 4, that's still pretty young.
Yeah.
But in terms of keeping them perky, I know it's boobs are fat, but underneath we have our pectoral muscle. So I think if you work that can help the nips face up a little more. When they start looking down, that's when we need to figure something out.
That's what I was saying with the wearing a bra or not, because I heard that not wearing a bra helps your muscles get stronger, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah, I've heard it's not necessary to to wear a bra. I don't think that really affects sagging unless you're running, because you're putting so much they're going up and stretch. So then it's just to be safe, probably wear a sports bra if you're jogging, but I never wear a bra at home.
Yeah.
I heard someone else say this. I don't even remember who. But someone called bras a breast prison.
Yeah. That makes sense. Sometimes I just, if I don't need a bra, in a formal outfit that's strapless or something, I just put 2 Band-Aids over my nips and then I go, because that's the only reason that I would need the bra, is to hide those nips.
Yeah. That is true.
Yep.
Oh, do you want to do one more question?
Sure.
Okay. Advice about creating progressive content for a conservative brown audience.
I'm always surprised that they end up accepting me way more than I expect them to. So I feel just be yourself, because all the people that I thought would yell at me about my content actually enjoy it. I have all these cousins that message me that are excited for my success, that, when I was growing up, I was aren't you homophobic? But people change and audiences change, and sometimes you say the things that they wish they could say themselves, and then they surprise you by supporting you.
And then it's just we're thinking about one sort of specific generation, but they have kids, and those kids have kids. A young family member of mine came out to me recently, and I just felt really happy that they could grow up at a time where you could do that.
Yeah.
Even when I was in school, people weren't out where I grew
Yeah.
up, which is sort of crazy to think now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I would say like
shift.
give them more credit than you think you can get away with, because I mean, yeah, we had Lulima at our show, and she like came up and said all those nice things, and like none of us hold back when at our stand-up shows, you know, we all talk about puss and everything. And Brazilians and whatnot. I don't know, but yeah, we got accepted by this old like Pati, who I don't want to say old, but this older Pati who like was super sweet and kind, and was like enthusiastic. Not only, I think that's the part that surprised me the most, is not that they would just accept me, but that a lot of them are like excited and enthusiastic and like happy. You know, that's the best part.
Yeah, I guess I just like, my fear is the judgment, because like having grown up in such a like almost dogmatic environment, it's just my fear is like, yeah, being judged for some reason by like that age group of like Indian people. But yeah, it's just, I've been pleasantly surprised by how positive some people's response was. And that's healing. That's actually super healing, because then I hold on to that fear less. You know, I can sort of like move on.
Yeah.
Like, who wants, it doesn't feel good to hold back. It doesn't feel good not to be yourself, as like, especially as a comic.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a good one to end on. Just be more yourself. All right. Well, wrap up.
Yeah, what are you up to later?
I'm tutoring. I have all this work to do for these engineering groups. I stocked up on groceries a couple days ago for like the rest of this month, so probably gonna eat a feast. And I gotta walk this neighbor's dog.
Oh, nice.
What are you up to?
I am going to I was gonna say forage some food. Is that a word?
Yeah.
I don't have I'm due for I don't want to like visit the grocery store, but maybe I'll do like an Amazon thing. Do like an Amazon delivery.
Yeah, I'm trying to wipe everything down when it comes in. So like after the grocery store, we wiped everything down. I don't know what's helping or whatever, but
yeah, man. I mean, we can do whatever we want. Do whatever we want.
It's true. All right, shall we plug all of our socials?
Yeah, man, let's do it. So facialrecognitioncomedy.com has all of our information. We'll update that soon. And then our social media is Facial Recognition Comedy on everything except Twitter, where it's just Facial Rec Comedy.
Yes. Zara isn't here. She's really Zara, Zahra, on Twitter, Instagram, and I don't know what else. I'm Paula Viganalan. What?
Oh, I was going to say, I think her website's coming up soon, so she'll have that reallyzara.com.
I think we've said that from the beginning of the podcast. It's that her website is coming soon. Oh, it's great.
I gotta like go back and track which episode, because this is episode like 103, I think.
I literally think it's from one of the first episodes. I literally think we've been saying that from one of the first episodes. But
I gotta update my shit, so I can't even talk.
Me too. I had to trash all my shows for this month off my calendar on my site, which is GUNALAN. That's my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, my website, and my TikTok. Please come to my TikTok. I'm trying to make that my thing now. And that's it.
This bitch is TikTok famous, y'all. Get in early. Get in early. Otherwise, you'll get lost in the likes. I'm Fizadasani, Fizadasani.com, @Fizadasani, FIZAADOSANI. And I guess like we'll post if we do some online shows, because I mean, we don't know
I think we do want to try to do some online shows or something, but it just depends on how we can put it together. I really do think if you guys want to support us, because we all are missing out on like gigs and stuff, we have our Patreon. which is facial recognition, or patreon.com/facial recognition comedy. But we also just have Venmo. I don't know what our Venmo is. What is our Venmo? Facial rec comedy.
It's facial rec or facial recognition comedy. I don't know, but I'll double
Let me
check.
look it up really quick. You stall.
Okay. So, I'm really great at stalling. I'm being sarcastic.
Oh,
I actually, you know what? I'm surprised that I actually look put together because I have not. I don't even know when the last time I've showered is.
Well, that's interesting to hear because our Venmo is facial recognition comedy.
Venmo does all that weird shit. They always throw a hyphen in there somewhere. Like I don't know what's up with that, but yeah. So the hyphen after recognition.
Yeah, facial recognition comedy is our Venmo, and if you send money there, like everything helps, and you know, we'll try to get our shows back in some form sometime soon.
Yeah, and yeah, you know what? We're gonna get through this, man.
We'll be okay.
Do you believe me?
Are you talking to yourself? Are you looking at yourself right now as you're screaming that?
Yeah. I'm like, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
People like you. You're whatever. I don't know. I need affirmation.
The rest of us has slowly logged off. You're still there 3 hours later. You're gonna be okay. All right. I gotta get out of here. It was good talking to you.
Right. Yeah, have a good session and stuff.
Thanks. See ya.
Bye.